Hello and welcome to another dramatic reading by me, Anzani84. Oh, I'm sorry for a bit of an absence, but I've been working on a Let's Play with several others, and I'll put a link to that in the description at some point. Right, anyway, we're back with another chapter of Super Sentai vs Super Sentai, another. Author's note, thus far it seems to be the longest chapter I've had in the while. And it's a two-parter too. Hopefully this does not degrade the quality of the chapter. Enjoy. Chapter 15, The Shallow Falls. After visiting a signing in for the upcoming Egrek movie, while walking home, Hody witnessed a slightly familiar creature which looked like a pteranodon dinosaur kidnapping Mei in front of his eyes. As he just recovered, he immediately encountered a woman named Nishihori Sakura who seemed to know him. She was in fact one of the members of the Gogo Sentai Bokenja as Boken Pink. And I'll put a video here.
命がけの冒険に今日も旅立つ者がいる。密かに眠る危険な秘境を守り抜くためにあらゆる困難を乗り越え進む冒険者たち。ゴードム文明の末裔大神官ガジャ。4万年の封印から復活した今、巨神ゴードムを操り再び地球を支配しようと企んでいる。
もう遅いわ。まだ人類は巨神ゴードンの力を恐れ我らの運命を封印した。だが今ゴードンはよみがえり再び貴様らの上に君臨する。
大神官ガジャと同じくジャリン氏族の長竜王も世界支配を企みプレシャスを手に入れようと戦いに加わってきた。
So what is Berserkers doing here? Hody asked the what Sakura. Most of the Balkans are all members of Berserkers, am I right? Indeed. However, I am currently alone, Sakura noted. I have something to discuss with your leader. Deca Master, isn't it? Boss? No, he's not here. However, if it's leader you speak of, it's leader, Hody continued. I can introduce you to him. Takeru. Takeru. So it's like what he said. Sakura realized something, recalling what had happened in the past. She sprang to head to another adventure along with her superior and crush Akashi Satoru, until a similar quake occurred and she was separated from Satoru. And he hasn't mounted a rescue operation of some sort? The cat. Arriving in a rather weird world, seems to be united under one different team by a certain someone who claims to be an acquaintance of Deca Red. Aka Red. Probably that guy from before. Or Hiroaki Hiro, I don't remember. She didn't remember the majority of her time. She did remember one crushing defeat and one mighty blast that separated them all. The last words seemingly coming from Aka Red himself, they should seek a warrior named Takeru. It was at that time she arrived in this world, now seemingly alone. I'd like to meet this Takeru, Saka continued, asking for an offer. But there's something I must do. Man, she seems remarkably chipper for someone who's just remembered a tragic incident. Fine with me, but don't forget we're having another dilemma. If you saw what happened, Hody said, dejected. He was reminded of how he failed to protect Mei, resulting in her kidnapping. There's nothing between those two words. One of our friends was just kidnapped. I see. I try not to bother too much. Bother what? Sakura nodded, agreeing. However, suddenly she tackled Hody down to the ground, protecting him from an ensuing explosion. As they got up, several of those soldiers started surrounding too. Yokai corpse, Hody says he prepared his SB license. I'd like to make this quick. Can you transform? Yes, I can. Saka says he took out to accept Elio while she stood back to back with Hody. I do not know who sent these soldiers, but I won't let them harm myself for you. Let's do it then. Ready? Good. Shin, stand by. Hody says he eventually initiates his transformation. While he waits, along with Sakura. Emergency! Deca Ranger! Face on! Bokenja! Stand up! As the two transformed, they eventually began to fight against a horde of Doro's soldiers. What would Gasadoko be plotting by sending these soldiers off? Put into a prison cell, Mei was dropped into the ground by Lamy. Is it a prison cell or a dungeon? Here, I'd hoped I could have done this during our first battle, Lamy said, remembering how many times Mei had thwarted their plans along the pursuit rangers. Just stay there, helped as you are. As Lamy laughed haughtily and locked the prison bars, Mei could only He looked at her leave defiantly. She tried to stay calm. Maybe it's a trick like before. Let's try it. She then took a deep breath and tried to relax, despite her hands tied behind her and her body tied with her hands. Those two statements cannot coexist, but it's one or the other. She hoped that the trick from the previous incident would work, then she realised that it wasn't working. So we used a normal one this time. I forget what they're referring to. Her hand struggled up to it, forcing her to squirm and struggle. So trying to scratch, she hoped that it would snap the rope. She was bound tightly. She grunted as she struggled, though she's keeping an eye open, just in case there's something sharp she could use. Apparently the prison was pretty clean. Were you thinking all this? Well, who? Thinking in what? Shortly after she heard a voice. It seemed to belong to Gazadoka and something else. Master Junior, is it my turn yet? He seems to be in high spirit, Tanuki. I've been briefed of a plan, so when is it that I get to go down there again? Well, whatever. In that case, go. But remember to where your loyalty lie. To where your loyalty lie. You hear me? Yes, sir. Why is he suddenly nervous? Go down there? May thought she overheard all that. Going up civilly and said to her that there'd be no way out, she finally came to the solution. Perhaps there is a way. You can't just jump from the space like that. Human. May suddenly heard a voice. It came from the outside. When she looked through a prison bar, she saw Top Gala's head from the air. Is this all you can muster, Gara? What is it do you want? What is it do you want? May said in a not so kind note. Still didn't take this creature taking her here well. Are you here just to taunt me? Not really, Gara. Toke said. If you're similar like him, you won't stay like this. I don't mean that infinite dragon, Gara. Infinite dragon? As it was the first time she heard of such term, May was confused. You have no idea? Well, I'll make it short, Gara. He's the blonde man that had you captured. Top Gear just answered. Shocked May that from the tone of the Berstall's voice, it seemed like he didn't like Long at all. Why are you serving him? You don't seem to like him, May asked. Not much choice. My time is limited here, and there's something I must do, Gara. Top Gala answered. My real target was you, Gara. Hearing that, May gasped and stepped back from the window. I need a sample of power that lies within your body. Bloodline power, perhaps. Reset a tribe's power, you meant? May noted. I don't know how you another Earthling call it. Another Earthling in singular. But in my dino web, it's a sacred power that held immense power enough to bring someone back from the dead, Gara. Top Gala answered. The term Another Earth and Dino Earth puzzled May, but she finally understood what he meant. Did you lose someone beloved? I'm sorry to hear that, May said, hanging her head low. It's none of your business, Gara. But in a nutshell, I'm trying to bring a friend back. As Top Gala said that, he started raising his wing. When I put you on my beak, I've received enough power that I needed. The rest is up to you. Whether you'll die used as woman or prove yourself useful to your allies, it's all in your hands, Gara. Wait, May suddenly said. At least please tell me your name. Name? Berster saw Top Gala. I'm May. Not such a bad creature after all, Top Gala. May finally was able to form a smile, knowing that the creature wasn't inherently evil, just very aloof. Thank you, May. Farewell. As Top Gala said that, he leapt and started flapping his wings, flying throughout the space. Didn't leave as his alliance with Long was still valid. Why didn't it switch from it to his? He's right though. I cannot give up here. If Jura bears a way to teleport me back to Earth, I have to find it. First I have to get out of here. May thought once more as she started looking around, no longer dwelling in despair. However, even after looking further, she still found nothing. This doesn't work. Oh well, I guess I'll use another effort. Minutes later, Suddenly May started to fall on the ground, screaming and writhing in pain. Help! It hurts! And by luck, Kiros is passing by. Hooray for conveniences. Look at May, he instead just got to the door and yelled, Quiet! I'm sorry, but I think I got a food poisoning. A food poisoning, May Wheaton said. As Kiros looked, she did sweat a lot, but he didn't know she made it by rolling around a lot and struggling to produce such sweat. It hurts. Damn it, Kiros said in annoyance, immediately opened the door. That Long wants you alive, not dead, so you better be grateful. Here, I got an antidote. You'll have an antidote for food poisoning on you, and you're still a thief. You could sell it and make millions. Thank you, May Wheaton said as he started to take a sitting position. When Kiros is about to open the bottle, however, she reacts differently. Not! Raising her legs, she delivered a kick right onto Kyros's groin.
You...
Kyros said, holding his crotch. At this rate, May immediately got up, leapt to a prison wall, kicked it, and landed in a kneeling position, knocking his neck with her legs. What the hell is this? All white. As Kyros was closing his eyes and all that happened, he didn't realise what had happened, and not knowing that he just got a sight on May's panties. Oh god, I thought we were past this. Forget it! Mayo, she used all her might to flip herself backwards and smashed Kyros right on the head to the floor, rendering him unconscious. He was about to pick up his scythe and use it to untie herself. At that moment, she heard sounds of footsteps as she decided to run for a moment. It didn't take long for her to eventually reach a big door within the hallway. However, at that moment, she was surrounded by Lammy and Shibalena. May, you're always the sneaky one, aren't you? Lammy commented. I told you wouldn't keep me very long, May stated. One way or another, get back to your cell, or we'll have to kill you, Shibalena once again stated. Can you really? Suddenly May beckoned. Your leader wants me alive. Really would go against his words? Besides, you seem very eager to protect this room. I wonder why. Could it be that it's a room used to transport itself to Earth? Using the second after realised that May deduced her covering, well, Shibalena eventually leapt in and tried to attack May with her sword. How dare you! At the same time, Lammy also attacked, though she was saying different things. Don't you dare think we're bowing our heads like that to that blonde bastard. However, despite being tied, May still had the strength in her and continued to dodge both of their attacks. Occasionally she had to launch several kicks too, until eventually both Dark Ladies were away from the door and May was able to kick it with all her might, forcing it open. The portal was located there. There it is! She ran towards it, knowing that freedom was near. And only a bat passed through her. Pausing a bit in shock, May was too late, as eventually the bat cornered swarm and flew around her, disrupting her movement. Ah, please move! In the midst of being disrupted by bats, May saw a golden light heading toward her. Don't go into the light, May! The light turned into a fist as it punched her in the shoulder and knocked her to the ground. You did pretty good trying to escape like that. Even when tied up, you still nearly made it. Golden light suddenly took form into Long. Too bad I already anticipated that. Long! May was about to get up, but the bat gathered in one place and formed into Umbrella, causing her to halt her act since she knew Umbrella would be ready to thwart her and she was in no position to form a counter-attack. So, we just thwarted her escape. What now? Umbrella asked as eventually both Lammy and Shibalena entered the room with Lammy holding her sword on May's neck. Why do you even need her alive? I still need her for some things. Demoralizing the Super Sentai being one of them. At Long's words, May was shocked. She was just going to use the hostage to demoralize her friends. What other things did he plan on her? But demoralizing was merely one of his plans. In the meantime, Decker Blue and Boken Pink had been holding off against the swarm of Dorodoros. Where in a sudden, there was a sword thrown into the two. In particular, it hit Decker Blue on the head. Decker Blue ended up stabbing behind as the sword was stuck on his helmet. Oh dear, are you okay? Broken Pink, worried, got near him and helped him to stand on his feet. He looked at the direction where the sword was thrown. Who's there? I am. It was answered by a weird creature which looked like it had a red sword sticking out behind its back, blue chest and yellow pants. So is it time for introductions? In that case, I am a Tsukumogami of Dark Shadow, Sasuegami. You two, I have a request. Die for me. Dark Shadow, they're on the move again? Broken Pink noted. Dark Shadow was one of the negative syndicate. While they were too much into thievery, none of them was really malevolent in nature compared to the other syndicates. The malevolent one died. Even so, this Tsukumogami looked different. I won't let anyone die. Not a I watch. Then pulled out a certain gun from her back. Her weapon, the Hydro Shooter. When before she could shoot, she saw Decker Blue grabbing the sword, stuck on his head and ripped it away. Narrowly missed the eye, he said, tossing the sword downward. You're going to pay for that. Oh really? Sasuegami just said in a deadpan tone. Seeing that as a bold challenge, Decker Blue just nodded to Broken Pink while holding his D-sniper. Both of them stood back to back and started shooting any Dorodoros that approached them. In the end, both of them aimed to Sasuegami, and prepared to shoot. I'll make this quick. D-sniper set. Aqua shoot! Both fired a high-powered bullet and a high-powered water shot. However, suddenly Sasuegami threw a black ring and it suddenly transformed to a round shield that blocked both shots perfectly. What the? Deku said in shock. Where did that shield come from? I have to find a way to take it down. It's like the two of us will not be enough. Broken Pink also noted, but both never let their stance down. Heh, so is it all you've got? Sasori Gami says he moved forward. You really bore me. No, look behind you. Suddenly a man's voice was heard, and when Sasori Gami looked back, Ninja Black, Mega Yellow, and Melee already leapt and launched a flying kick to him. His reflex was quick enough to point his shield to them, deflecting their attacks, but he didn't expect Red Master already dashed towards him and punched him on the stomach with God hand, which caused him to be knocked away. Hey, Hoji, you okay? Ninja Black says he approached Deku. What happened to your helmet? Nothing big, I'm not harmed. Anchor Blue tried to reassure him. On the other hand, Mega Yellow was looking at both Pink. Well, May, I never thought the Bazooka could change their combat costumes, Mega Yellow commented, all while Broken Pink looked confused. May? Zoo Ranger? You're mistaken. Before Broken Pink had finished, wherever saw danger coming ahead, suddenly pushed Red Master away. Watch out! As he finished, he was stabbed with a thrown sword right on the shoulder. Ah! Hey, you okay? Red Master asked, thinking how the sword stuck in Broken Pink's shoulder area. However, even so, she also did what Deca Blue did, pulling the sword away, even she wasn't in pain. I'm fine. Hit a little, but this is nothing, Broken Pink said. Where have I heard that before? Matsude, it looked familiar, Mally wondering, seemingly thinking that Broken Pink might be familiar to her. She really forgot that crossover? When she looked at the side, saw Sasori Gami just standing there. Once more, it is only a greeting, Super Sentai. You will fail. The comb will be mine, Sasori Gami said. His tone suddenly changed a little. Before he could reply further, the Tsukumo Gami suddenly leapt away, leaving the 6 people frenziedly de-transformed. Comb? Sakura notes, looking shocked. Could it be the precious Kusinada's comb? Precious? Wait, first of all, who are you? Taku said, still not knowing what Sakura meant. Team also looked at her, and with the exception of Poji and Melee, they looked puzzled. She looks different, Saturn noted. Where did May go, I wonder? I think I can explain when we get to a safer place. Sakura looked at the team, slightly nervous. What? Once they arrived at Bonds and had Sakura explain who she was, everyone was in shock. You're from another Super Sentai team? Taku exclaimed. Yes, I'm Nishihori Sakura, otherwise known as Broken Pink of Go-Go Sentai Bokenja. I'd say, Sakura said steadily, it's nice to meet you. Ah, right, manners, Jiraiya says. He offered his hand for handshake. I'm Jiraiya, Ninja Black of Ninja Sentai Kaku Ranger. Just then, he realized he accidentally spoke in English and was in a bit of shock. It's okay, I understand English, Sakura assured him. Sato's trying next to try and introduce herself. Togasaki Chisato, Mega Yellow, Denti Sentai Mega Ranger, Sato said. Nice to meet you, Sakura. Pink Lady nodded. She was approached by her leader next. Taku, Red Mask of Hikari Sentai Masked Man. I guess you can call me the leader, Taku said, also shaking hand. Ah, you. As she finished shaking hand with Taku, she looked at Melee. Haven't we met somewhere? Ah yes, during a fight with Patachamak. Sakura eventually recalled Melee when she was possessed by the cosmic Kemba Master Patachamak, and led Satoru and eventually both Bokenjas and Gekko Rangers into first a conflict and a battle against said master. As far as you can remember, Melee was once taken control by the Kemba Master. So you remember her, Melee said, but I don't need to introduce myself. Taku, are you sure that she's your ally? Sakura asked, a bit confused as she hadn't realised Melee's redemption. Yes, she is. She may have a dark, evil past, but the past remains a past, Taku explained. She's now a force of good with me. I see. That's a relief then, Melee. Sakura, glad to hear about her change of heart, moved to Melee and attempted a handshake. However, Melee just scoffed off. Rather than dragging me up, shouldn't you be explaining about why you're here instead of May? Melee gave out a harsh but to the point statement which brought everyone's attention back. Now that I think of it, Sato said in turn to the first person to ask for May. Hoji, you were with her, right? Where'd she go? She's kidnapped, Hoji said sadly, shocking everyone. It's my fault. I'm sorry, everyone. No, you shouldn't blame yourself like that, Taku said. Don't think that May is dead. We will rescue her. Who kidnapped her again? Jiraiya. Was it Gasadokuro or someone else? No, it's not any of those villains we encountered. Hoji shook his head. He knew none of them recognized a giant white pteranodon-like creature. He finally realized it was that creature that they met during the battle against the Abba Rangers. At first off, I think our creature was related to that strong ally they mentioned. What is he doing here? The Dark Shadow wouldn't specifically kidnap someone like this. It's not... As Sakura spoke, suddenly she felt a tremendous pain clutch at her shoulder. Particular place where she's stabbed. Sakura, Taku was near her and tried holding her and keeping her together. You alright? Ah! Sakura screamed, suddenly something burst out of her body. It was actually a very small device, so the wound wasn't that fatal. When Hoji investigated what came out, he realised something. It looked like something that can be plugged into a computer. Maybe there's a data or message. So he stepped back, he plugged the device into a computer. It surprisingly fitted in a slot of the computer. As they opened the device, it seemed to contain an executable file. Scanning it, it didn't find any virus, but they safely opened the file. It suddenly made the screen black and long space appeared there. Hello there, Super Sentai. I see Umbrella's device got you, Long said, smirking. Who are you, and how do you put that device in my body? Taka asked, as she didn't take having her body used to store such thing quite well. Likewise, during a conflict with Patachamak, Long has yet to make himself known to the public. Long, Malu's gritting her teeth at the mere sight of Long. Aye, so you've been well. Well, if you remember the sword that stabbed your shoulder, Long's answer made Saka finally realise what happened. The sword was used to plant the device into her body, and she realised that he could have put it in somewhere else. I mean, I know I could just give it to you, but I think having it pop out from your body would be more fun. Well, was it painful? Ugh. In a short while, Saka already found herself hating Long for such notion. We don't want anything from you, Taku says, about to turn off the monitor. However, Long stops him in time. How? You wouldn't like it if you turned the program off, Umbrella, who was next to Long, said. Yes, if you didn't notice, this isn't a pre-recorded message. We're doing it live. What you're seeing is what's happening in our place. I'd expect it from a black market merchant like you, who said. We still don't need anything from you. You're wasting your time if you came only to taunt. No, actually, we've got a proposal, Long said. Then he saw Hody trying to turn off the application again. Hold up, don't you care about your friend if you turn this off? Friend? Dry said angrily. Guess, where is May? Right over here. Right over here. As Umbrella said that, as he snapped his finger, Shivalina, who was nearby, pulled a lever on the wall. Suddenly the ceiling opened and a figure was dropped from the ceiling. Didn't even touch the ground. In fact, this figure, which was actually a girl, was suspended on the ceiling. Her body, arms, legs were tied. There's no hand there, and apparently her mouth was also gagged. Think that is worse? This figure was really May. Why do you build it up like it was a dramatic reveal? May, is that you? Stuffy yelled. What happened to May? No worry. Hey, how did this? May nearly smoked at that moment. Both Lamy and Gastoke appeared and pointed their swords across the front of her neck. Wasn't she gagged? How would she be able to speak at all? So, he allied with Long, that accursed creature, Hody thought, which I realised on why that creature allegiance belonged to. Yes, imagine if I have to beat this girl up to death, just because you cut off our communication, Long said triumphantly. You don't even know a way to reach our base here, so if you try to reach her, she's already dead. Of course, you feel like this world has no need of one with such high-pitched and squeaky voice. That's not funny, Jiraiya yelled. Let her go, bastard! Ooh, scary, Long said, chuckling. Regardless, let's get to the point. I want you to retrieve a Precious. Precious? You know of Bem? Sakura said in shock. Yes, in particular Kusinada's comb. Long stated he looked up the tied main approached her. Just like her, we're a little tied up with some other things, so we'll have you get it for us. Of course, should he refuse, something worse than this could happen. As Long suddenly finished the sentence, raised his legs and kicked May in the stomach. In a quick moment, he started rapidly kicking her. May! Hody called out to Anti-Gunman. You made that we can't say no, huh? You cheating bastard! So that being kicked around, May still tried to tell him not to give in to Long's demands, shaking her head. But all it did was just more kicks on Long, and he even... Wait, what? And he even put one kick to her face too. Even if he is immortal, I doubt he is capable of contorting his body to do that. One word, and I'll stop kicking her. What will it be? Long said in a smug and victorious tone, knowing that they'll be gang pressed. Shouldn't it be pressed gangs? Yes, fine, we'll get it, Taku said, defeated, and at that moment, Long stopped kicking. Where's the comb? Ah, that. Your new friend over there should know. You better hurry, though, Long said, grinning. A thieving dark shadow is also after the comb. It's a race. If they get it instead of you, you wouldn't imagine what would happen to this friend of yours, would you? Ha ha ha. As Long laughed triumphantly, the screen blacked out, leaving the team with one new mission. God damn! Hody slammed his fist with the table as he get up. Now just playing right to his hands. If only I was more careful. Sakura, what is Bakushinada's comb anyway? Taku, once again his voice becoming serious, looked at Sakura. Not a long game of that if he even had to capture May for it. Kusinada's comb is one of the 2 processes that would open the rumoured gateway to afterlife called Sheol, Sakura explained. At least that's what the database said. If Buffman already knew its existence, he must have known the location of Sheol and the other key. And the other key is, wait, Dry is about to say something that suddenly stopped while before eventually continuing. Right now it doesn't matter what the other process is. When we say that we're a bit tied up for a moment, that's not just for pun. We're trying to get it while we take the comb. Weirdbird didn't order us for that instead, but that doesn't matter. We have to do it, Sato said in determination and worry. Should be with determination and worry. May's safety depends on this one. You didn't ask long to let her go if you ever did get that process. LA's words made the Super Sentai realize just missed out something. He ended up becoming a useless goose chase that benefits nothing to us and just served to empower him. What did you say? That moment, Hojo's anger approached Mel and yelled, what do you view May as? If we don't do this, what do you think will happen to her? Let's hear it, Ben, from someone who knew that bats the longest. Pipe down, damn it, Melly protested well. Didn't say I'm not going to do it. It's a useless thing for us, I know, but I'll still do it. Oh, Hojo sighed, believed at least Melee wasn't backing down. You know its use and only serves to empower them. We're prolonging May's safety, Tak explained. We'll get back home, then we can still think of how to save her. It's all over, she's dead. Sakura, can you pinpoint the location of the Kusinada's comb? Right away, can I borrow the computer for a bit? Sakura then asked Hojo for permission, in which he nodded. Opening a site of Sagas to try to read the entry about precious Kusinada's comb. Finally found the answer. Over here, says he pointed to a mountainous area in Kamakura region. She typed some words and had the machine print a map. Here's a map, just in case we got lost. Good, we should hurry, or the Dark Shadow, or whatever it is, will get ahead of us. Now he called onto his team, they all nodded in agreement. Meanwhile, at a certain woods, a rather weirdly dressed Kunoichi was walking carrying a map. Kunoichi was wearing a majorly blue garb with some feathers put in, along with a rather non-ninja-ish helmet. So according to the map, there should be a turn to the right here in which I meet a waterfall. She murmured as he looked at the map she's holding. Looked to the right, found no waterfall but a big tree. Why is there no waterfall here? And I've been doing this for hours. I tried looking for hidden objects, but nothing was found. Well, the only conclusion about it's a fake map or something, says she sighed, sitting down on the ground. Eventually she read the map again. Wait a minute, didn't the Gecko-sama say the real map has a seal? Well, this map has none anyway. There was a silence afterwards, until eventually she realized what was going on. She then looked over and took it after taking a deep breath and screamed with all her might with her lungs. No! Back in the enemy base, once the screen was turned off, Long looked around, noticed something off. And where would Kiros be? Indeed, among the villains, Kiros sustained the evidence. He's still not unconscious. Last we saw him was inside the prison, lying there. Chilling answered, the men looked at May. Probably she's the one who caused it. Perhaps she swung her sword onto May's neck, barely stopping near her neck. Which is it? Did it swing onto her neck, and did she stop near it? That you're supposed to be tied like that, Abella noted. Crow's tongue itself can be a dangerous weapon. Should have silenced her earlier like this. Perhaps you could have do things like that. Long said he waved his hand, telling Lamy, Gasadoko and Shivalena to put down their sword, and he approached May. I like it. Miss Creed, what's he planning? May forward, looking at Long. He had his evil desire greatly covered his good looks. He didn't want to look that submissive, so he still tried to struggle, occasionally hoping that she would find an opening between the ropes that bound her. When she tried to swing her legs, she noticed that Long had his hand ready to knock her legs away in case he tried to kick him. There was an awkward silence as Long looked at her for about a minute, until suddenly he leapt and delivered a chop, cutting the ropes that left her hanging on the ceiling. May found down to the ground kneeling. She yelped in pain a little, but that was slightly short-lived as Long then started holding her chin. I have a proposal for you, Long said as he looked at Gasadoko. The skeleton nodded and pulled out something from his back, a black arrow. You see this barrow? I want you to shoot it to someone with your sacred bow. May let out a muffled gasp. Couldn't do anything but let Long explain. Kusinada comb is one of the keys to Sheol, and the other key is the garment of Kusinada. Like its namesake, is the sacrificial princess used to lure a serpent, Orochi. Those 2 items would attract a great creature of evil, thus I can tame it. And they're used against the humans. You made you the only conclusion as I looked towards Long became sharper. So is she muffled or not? It is in possession of the Dark Shadow Group, in particular their leader, Maruroshi no Gecko. It just looked like an arrow, but it held immense power. This is where you come in. Why is he referring to Gecko as it? Is he a racist? Long says he took the arrow and held it in front of me. This arrow, imbued by the power of darkness by the devil's yokai, and the sacred power of light, I drive by your Risa tribe, you create a potent force above life and darkness. Enough to kill Gecko. May violently shook her head, stating her refusal. She wouldn't take another life that unnecessarily, especially if it's Long's request. Know your place, May. It's the only chance to escape, or you'd rather rot here, Larry noted. Second choice goes fine by me, though. I mean, I just want to know what you have to make the choice whether May is gagged or whether she's not. Oh, then I guess you wouldn't mind seeing your friends die. Long's words finally made May gasp in terror. That was a short, muffled voice asking why, and Long continued. See, I've sent a disguised yogai to your team, and I heard he managed to hit 2 of your allies with his curse. I suppose it's the blue one and another pink. You must be that in love that you're immediately replaced. May shook her head. One heard Jake talking about 2 things. 1, she knew he's lying about her being in love. She knew Belle tried to rescue her. 2, she was actually worried. Blue one referred to Hoji, and she wondered what kind of curse to inflict on him. Well, if you refuse, I guess I can activate the curse. Yes, that is, his body will heat up in such quick rate that he will turn into what can be called a human bomb, Long said casually. And the radius of the explosion would catch up a huge part of humans. Their screams would be at least be good lullabies. Hearing that, May grew to hate Long even further, clenching her fist and gritting her teeth, but unable to do anything. Till eventually Long continued with something. Since you don't seem to be in a cooperative mood, I guess I'll gather my lullabies now. May shook her head, her face completely became worried. What's that? So you do want to accept the offer after all? Long goaded at her. But that's unnecessary, closing his head to hers. May could do nothing but to be silent, thinking of her choice game. I'm playing right onto his hand. I don't know what he plans for these Kusanada things. But everyone's life is at stake. If we don't do this, Takeru, Hoji, Jiraiya, Chisato, everyone will. I have no choice. So you'd be content to let Melee die? What did she ever do to you? Eventually, after a bit of a silence, that second A was unnecessary, she nodded. So you'll accept? Long asked once more as he closed his head to her and made his noise slowly. Well, am I glad to know that? There's no question mark there. Thank you for being cooperative, May. Long said to patronage and nodded to Lammy. But she started untying May and moved her gag as Long handed down the dark arrow. Remember, if you fail your mission or try to do anything funny, your friend's life and many people will die. Look into my eyes and see if I'm lying. May did so and looked into Long's eyes, hoping that at least she'll spot something mischievous on him so he sounded like he was bluffing. But she couldn't. Long was totally serious. If I see my friends dead, killed by you, then I'll hunt you down until you're dead, May said coldly. Not like her to use such harsh words as someone like Long should make an exception. I look forward to that. But again, these all depend on your actions. Long said that, and once again he turned towards Larry. Accompany her. You already know the hideout of Gecko since I and Abrella said that. Report to me any misconduct. Very well, Larry said to get to May, who came to her. Follow me. A mile back into the real world. So, the bad guy's not in the real world. The team already went ahead to the mountainous areas where the Kusanada Cone was located. The team had to climb on the mountain with their own hands. Eventually, they made it to the top, with Sakura coming in first. Do you really do this all the time? Second one who came on top, Taiko asked. If that's what it takes to recover the precious, Sakura said. Now walking here, you did feel the thrill of an adventure as well, right? Somehow, yeah, Taku nodded. His face became stern. But this is not just one thrill I'm feeling. Something else giving me another chilling thrill. I know, Sakura nodded, looking talking at me. This May I ask what kind of person is she? Well, if I had to say, the third one who made the top, Jiraiya, answered the question. She's a kind girl, innocent and pure at heart, with a tough nut to crack. She may be a little naive, but she's a good girl through and through, Sato added, who's 4th place. Ace, yeah, that's a bit of a bizarrely worded sentence. That's why no matter what, we have to save her. Well, I guess you all said what I wanted to say. The 5th person to get up there, Melee also added. She has some sort of comforting aura and feeling around her. Not sure if that's what it's called, but guess I can call her a good friend. Too bad she doesn't feel the same towards you, considering she was content to let you die. Well, not as high as Rio-sama, of course. I see, Sakura nodded, smiling at Melee, which startled her a little. What about smile? Melee asked. Seems that for her to even make you grow respect on her, must have meant that she's an integral member of your team, Sakura nodded. Now I know why you want to save her badly. What's that supposed to mean? Melly said, a bit irritated. I mean, if anyone else here, don't worry, I know how you'd like to continue it, Takurai. You'll do the same, because we're friends, right? Melee was silent hearing that, and able to come with a remark to show her aloofness. I guess, after all, you're all people I can stun with. Always be a aloof one, huh? Anyway, is everyone here? Started to ask, looking around. Where's Hoji? Now that I think about it, something's weird about him. Jiraiya said, thinking about recent events. Even before he climbed, he's been saying something about his head hurting a little. Maybe. Asaka looked at the cliff, saw a hand trying to climb there. Seemed that Hoji just arrived a little late. We've been waiting for you, Asaka noticed he approached him. Just a little bit more. Hoji tried to reassure himself. Suddenly he felt a stinging pain onto his head, causing him to lose balance and nearly fell. Why would change intent? Whoa! Hoji! Sakura was quick enough to react and grabbed Hoji's hand. Don't let go. Sakura, thank you, Hoji said, while he stood to grab something to be able to hold on his own. Sakura tried to pull him all by herself. It didn't take long for Taku and the rest to grab Sakura on her arms and helped her pull Hoji up. Hoji, you okay? Jiraiya asked, looking at him. You're not feeling well, huh? I'm fine, Hoji said, holding his head. There you go again. I've been seeing you acting like this, Jiraiya said. What's up with your head? Hoji sighed as he couldn't hide it anymore. There's been a pain in my head lately, but I don't know what caused it, he said, touching his head, in particular part near his head, one where Sasori nearly stabbed him. It really felt hot, but he's sweating all over it. Hoji, if you're not feeling well then, Sasori tried to assure him. However, Hoji shook his head. I'm fine. Whatever his pain is, I know Mei must have been suffering even worse. I can't just sit here knowing that, he said with full of determination. Taku acknowledged it and nodded, but at that moment, several kunai was thrown to the ground, catching the team by surprise. When they looked at the direction where they came from, they saw several doors, as well as Shizuka and Sasori. What? Their competitors? Shizuka pouted as she witnessed the team on there. Yeah, well, I only see one Bokenda here, so... Well, it doesn't matter, that comb's as good as mine. We won't let you, Dark Shadow, Taku said, but he then suddenly stopped, he was like confused. What's your name again? You don't know me? Shizuka said in surprise. Well, fine then, let me tell you. One and only, the beautiful kunoichi of Dark Shadow, Kazeno Shizuka, here! Well, I guess I'll be sticking with you for that. We have to get that comb, Shizuka said, also clutching his shoulder, which was also the shoulder that was previously stabbed. You don't need to remind us of that. You okay, Taku? You okay? Taku asked. It's getting like what Hoji described. I'm fine. Let us hurry and finish this, Taku insisted. Right, everyone, let's go. After Taku nodded, he put his fist forward as he yelled, signaling the team to begin the fight. Everyone yelled their transformation words except Melee. Aura Mask, Emergency, Deca Ranger, Face On, Super Henge, Doran Changer, Install, Mega Ranger! Ready? Hey, Bokenda, start up! 5 after transformation, leapt through a formation of Doro's soldiers and lined together. Red Mask, pursue mysterious cases. Deca Blue, Ninja Black, Jiraiya, Mega Yellow. I live for the love of Ryo-sama. Ryo-sama's love I fight is his love for warrior. Rinju Chameleon Ken Mistress. Melee. The Deep Sea Adventurer. Boken Pink. We are. That moment the team instead faced Shizuka and Sasori as they were about to declare himself. However, Shizuka already knew their tricks. Oh yeah, this is gonna be where you'll be most vulnerable. Okay, Doors, attack! Shizuka commanded the Doors behind the team leapt to attack them. However, the team did not falter and finished the roll call away. Super Sentai! As such, an explosion occurred behind them, knocking away the advancing. The advancing what? Some of them even fell to the cliff that the Super Sentai climbed from. Whoops, was the only thing that came from Red Mask after witnessing that. Ah, damn it, but I'm not giving up here! As Shizuka stepped back in which an edge to a cave there. Sasori, hold him off, will you? As he commanded to run off towards the cave. You're not getting away, Ninja Black yelled as he leapt through Dora's soldier and gave chase Shizuka. Even Sasori is not quick enough to stop the ninja. If I follow her, she may be taking me to a place where the comb is. It should be in here. You should follow him, Red Mask noticed. He pointed to the cave entrance. Wherever their path was blocked. Hold it right there. One man may have slipped, only corpses may pass next. Sasori warns the line of Dora's soldiers were blocking them. If anyone's turning to corpse, are you. My Begsy dashed and made the first move. The rest of the Super Sentai following suit and began battling the Tsukamagami and Madoradora's soldiers. That's okay. Meanwhile, back in my headquarters of Dark Shadow, which is hidden between several houses, it's that inconspicuous, May and Lammy approached. "You'll hide behind this post and aim for a blue-coloured arrow." May grunted. She really didn't want to do it, but really didn't have a choice. "Just do that if you don't want your friends dead," Lammy reminded, causing May to just nod and took her position. "Forgive me, everyone," May thought as Lammy spun and instantly disguised herself as Shizuka and entered the house. "Shizuka, you have returned," approaching the owl, Maburoshi no Gecko. Lammy guided Shizuka by down. "It's surprising that you returned." "Well, I forgot something." Lammy, trying to mimic Shizuka's energetic, said, "Can I pick up something from my possession?" "Well, be quick about it," Gecko said. "Always this clumsy girl, but you're still like a granddaughter to me." Lammy then moved away slowly as Gecko continued to speak. "Shizuka, need I remind you why you need to be quick and precise in your task in getting the precious?" "Yes, Gecko-sama," Lammy answered, trying to sound innocent. "Because we need it for a revival of the Society of Shadow," Gecko explained. We've been floundering ever since DC led their adaptation's name with the League of Assassins. That doesn't help our PR image one bit. We were once proud ninjas. As time changes, we are forced to adapt and change to a group of thieves in order to survive. If we had enough income, we'd be doing something more productive, just like the old days, without thieving, training generations of ninjas with honor. That sounds nice, Gecko-sama, Lammy said instantly. She pulled a kunai and then pointed to Gecko's neck, and her voice returned to be corn-harsh. "She won't live to see the update." "Shizuka, what is this?" Gecko was shocked while Lammy held on her neck. He silently chanted several mantra, calling them shadows to strike on Lammy, knocking her toward and revealing her true self. "I knew it! You are not Shizuka." "Well, what is it that you seek?" "Something you kept inside your body," Lammy said as your snapped finger. "The key to one of your possessions, the possession's garment of Kusinada. You knew about it. Everyone that knew about this are just I and Shizuka. How did you?" Gecko's shocked revelation said until he finally understood. "I see. So not even I can hide everything from the infinite dragon." "She that long is very well informed. That doesn't matter. Now you die," Lammy says. He was towards Gecko. However, another chanting caused shadows to erupt and attack Lammy, preventing her to get near Gecko. However, while he chanted one more time, a black arrow shot. It was a truly accurate shot and pierced through the heart of Gecko. The owl coughed blood from his beak as there was white and black explosion happening around him. As he was losing strength, Gecko gave out one last word. Slowly as a breath of life was leaving his owl body. "Shizuka." Thus the owl fell to the ground dead. Lammy picked his corpse up and used a stuck arrow to cut the owl's body open as May entered the room. Oh god. "Well, here it is. The key. I thought we talked about garment." "No," May noted. "The garment is held inside a special box," Lammy said. She got up. "I'll go pick it up." Seeing Lammy left, May looked at the dead body of Gecko. Even if she was unwilling to do it, she did kill the poor owl. She heard about Gecko's plans as he revealed and couldn't forgive herself to take away such life, even if it was necessary to save her friends. She picked up the corpse and hugged it as tight as she could as several tears started to drop in from her eyes on the dead body of Gecko. "I'm sorry. Please forgive me." Shortly after, Lammy entered carrying a small box. "Here it is, the garment of Kusinada," said she opened the box. As May wiped her tears and looked, saw something surprising. The garment was nothing like she expected. I supposed to be like a full kimono. This looked nothing like it. It looked more like a garment similar to a bikini, coloured in purple, and had several gems put there as accessories to the clothes. There seemed to be some small purple ropes serving as more clothes for the crotch area. As well, two tight golden bracelets seemed designed for the arms. It seems to be a slightly lock on clothes, and if it's worn by a dancer, it's probably to be swung around as part of a dancer's move. Is this supposed to be the garment of Kusinada? May even had to wonder why it looked like that. Don't ask, I am even surprised. Shouldn't that be even I am surprised? Lammy was equally dumbfounded hearing that. In her hand, the golden bracelet started shining. The clothes suddenly flew and latched onto May's body. "Ah, what in the world?" Lammy looked confused as May tried to pull the clothes away, and a bright light started to engulf her. Her stood in silence as if listening to something. Not long as he held May on the shoulders, they both suddenly damaged. In exchange, however, as the two vanished, several things were left behind. May's terror arrow, dino buckler, and her clothes, neatly wrapped on the floor. Eventually, after fighting for quite some time, Red Mask realized he didn't have much time. Can't let Jiraiya do this alone. We have to assist, quick. I'll clear a way. Everyone stay on guard. On my signal, jump! Broken Pink says prepare a hydro shooter. Parallel engine of hers is channeling power to her weapon. Now her Go-Go Marine has no end sight, seeing its power ran through the world and could be accessed any time. Her engine weapon was fully charged. Now, shoot our hurricane! On a command, the rest of the Super Sentai jumped towards the cavern while Broken Pink shot out a high wave of water from a hydro shooter, also towards the cave, wiping away several doors. She was spun, hitting nearly every of the doors and Sasurigami as well. As the path was clear, Broken Pink started running towards the cave. Breathing better over doors we have to offer, Sasurigami suddenly yelled as several more doors ran forward to block Broken Pink's advance, considerably slowing her down, though anyone that dared get near her were cut down with her Savai blade. However, she was not alone. Red Mask, Deca Blue, and Mecha Yellow were also shooting the doors, fearing not to advance till safely with them. The fought scene between these shots, one of the shots managed to hit Sasurigami on his shield, and the shield deflected upwards, causing several balls from the top of the mountain to drop down. Oh no! Both Red Mask and Broken Pink shouted in unison as they witnessed the dropping building causing a chain reaction. Instead of a small cake, as more balls fell over, it separated Broken Pink and the rest. Sakura! Sakura! Mega Yellow yelled, worried at Broken Pink's safety. I'm fine. Outside, Broken Pink tried to reassure her while she was also fighting more doors than Sasurigami. I'll catch up, you. Her voice was temporarily cut off as Sasurigami managed to land her to her. So just go ahead first. Will you be fine by yourself? Deca Blue asked as well. I said I'm fine. Wait a minute, where did Melly go? Mega realised there were only the three of them. Melly has gone missing as well. Guessing she went inside, Red Mask said. Guess you can get impatient. We're not getting inside further without Sakura. Don't be stupid like that. What if something happens to Jiraiya after all that? Broken Pink also reminded once more, still fighting outside. Don't let him become another May because of me. I'll be fine. Red Mask doubted his next course of action. Of course, he had to look for both Ninja Black and Melee. He wondered if Broken Pink alone would be fine. One thing got into his side, though. When he heard a familiar voice. You're alone, huh? Well, you're going down soon. It's the voice of Gasadoko. Seeing that he would reinforce Sasurigami against Broken Pink. That's it, you can't handle this alone. Red Mask was prepared to rush to the outside, his fist ready. However, at that point, both Deca Blue and Megiao noticed that they heard cracking sounds from above. They're not in an old cave after all. The cavern-like entrance was to enter some sort of shrine. They heard that. They saw Red Mask already rushing forward. God Hand! His fist shining, he was ready to punch the boulders. Massive of strength, one punch destroyed them all. And it was at that moment both Deca Blue and Megiao held him on the hands and they dragged Red Mask deep to the shrine. Hey, what are you doing? Are you leaving Sakura behind? Red Mask protested he was being dragged. He quickly shut his mouth after he was around 20 meters away from the entrance. There's a huge boulder, but not the same as the natural one blocking the entrance, dropped in front of the entrance, and they were on a pathway that was going down. It makes the boulder was rolling down, and if Red Mask would destroy the blocking boulders, he would have been squished in instant. Oh right, one comment he could say as the boulders started rolling. And once Red Mask got back to his feet, it would be only natural thing to do along with Deca Blue and Megiello. Run away, as fast as they could. In the meantime, Broken Pink continued to fight against both Gasadoko and Sasurigami. However, the group had closed in, giving her less time to shoot with her hydro shooter. She didn't give up, dodging while she can and shooting while the range was right. If they got too close, she was blasting with her weapon. Everyone map was hired by Dr. Dark Shadow for his threat. Broken Pink asked in the middle of battle. Wait, what? The one who got hired? Hey, you can actually say that, but that won't matter to you. Gasadoko explains he tried slashing her with his sword, but she managed to dodge them. Aqua shoot! He explains he fired up a stream of high-pressure water shoot. This hit both Gasadoko and Sasurigami, which he didn't let the shield out in time. But he seemed to be generally freaking out. What? No, my armor! Sasurigami yelled, as at this point, his voice started to become strangely high-pitched, in contrast of his stoic attitude before. What was that supposed to mean? Broken Pink forced us to change his tone to Tsukamogami. Then noticed something on Sasurigami's back. Huh? That looks like a tail? Got no time to ponder as more Dodo's soldiers surround her once more, so she had to fight again. What are you? Gasdoko got up first. Pointed his hand forward, eased with gun attached on his hand, throwing power from the tubes on his back, shot out a barrage of bullets that caught Broken Pink by surprise, hitting her in several parts. Gasdoko did not waste another time, as he rushed forward and slashed her with his sword several times. Ah! Last slash sent Broken Pink to the ground. Rolling eventually, he was forced to de-transform as a result. She tried to once again get up, but was then unable to move, as several doors surrounded her, pointing her sword to her neck. You'll die soon enough, Gasdoko said as he approached the downed Sakura and looked on him. As if to save your last moment. Is that why you're not moving in for a kill immediately? Sakura asked, still defiant, never wanted to look to see if he was completely defeated. Just too fatigued to even strike back. Both would run on sentence. I told you, it'd be a matter of time. You'll die in a few hours or minutes, Gasdoko boasted. If you need the sword or these bullets to kill you. Then gestured to the Doro's soldiers, then picked up Sakura's body and took her away from her previous spot. Meanwhile, Red Mask, Deca Blue and Mega Yellow were still on the run for Boulder. She wouldn't want us dead, Takaru, Mega Yellow said while running. For now, concentrate on surviving, finding Jiraiya and Melee, and the process. I know, Red Mask continued to run as eventually they saw light. Almost there, just hope that there's nothing like a jet stream of flame coming from there. Deca Blue had courage to they saw a door, where they crossed back with some sort of hole. Once they got but near, as predicted, here we go. He shot out a jet of flame. Lucky the three was able to jump to its side. The three was, dodging it. Just had to say it, didn't you? Megio said sarcastically. At least we're now safe. For the moment, Red Mask said he got up. You two okay? I'm fine. Nick Blue said he got up. Looks how a boulder staying catch me like one thing. This rate there's just no turning back for a moment. Yeah, I thought we can find some emergency exit along the side of the comb. Something like a crack on the ceiling we can get out from. Miguel added before she realized something. Something on my feet. Let me see. Deca Blue said he picked up that item on Miguel's foot. Seems shiny, it's like a chip. This is from SPP. What's it doing here? Looked at the shape, it seemed like it was a hard drive to insert data there. Put it on his SP license to find out something when he activates the program inside. What mode authorized and unlocked? I guess I'll just have to keep this for a while. Hody, what's wrong? Let's get going. Red Mask mind who is prepared to go into deep to the shrine. Deca Blue nodded, and along with Mega Yellow, followed Red Mask. For some reason the pain in his head was stinging even further. Sakura tried to mumble but nothing but muffled mumbling came back out. It appeared that she'd been gagged. She could feel some sort of cloth circling around her mouth. Timmy could be okay, but she wondered what they meant with that. Hands securely put on her back and felt like they were tied to some sort of rope. It seemed that their hands were touching something rocky, which would mean he's being tied to a rock. Well, duh. Sitting down with her legs also tied. And most of all, her vision were all black. A blindfold. And because of something they refused to let me see? I don't remember that it seemed like the Sasori showed some sort of abnormality, something sticking out from his back. Decided back, his voice pitch changed to something higher. Decided it's high and something else. There, it's done. Next time, I'm not seeing any missteps like this. You can hear Gasdoko speaking. Yes, sir, I'm sorry, sir. One of my high-pitched voices, Sasori Gami. The engine pitch became low again. Very well. It should be nearer time until a door is moved to those boulders. What do you mean, my device? I should come soon. Second thought until she felt like something was stinging her pain. Her shoulders, which was hit back then from Sasori Gami, was heating up and was getting to her whole body. She grimaced in pain and let out and struggled a bit as a reaction to the pain. And suddenly she felt like something was pulled from her. The blindfold. See again, it was Gasdoko and Sasori Gami that was standing in front of her. There is no escape. The moment you were hit the back was the moment of the death of you two. Sakura sobbed. Who you want to be? Yes, that sword throwing which stabbed you was the cursed sword given from that long. Sasori Gami said. Turns the victims into human bombs. Sakura gasped, hearing it. All these community and Hoji were human bombs. That's why I said I didn't need my sword to kill you, Gasdoko said. Long control to curse, it can kill you any time. Matters little to me if you're not one of the Kaka Ranger. Racist. That time the doors approached Gasdoko and whispering. Oh, I see. Well, it's time we claim the cone for ourselves. Of course, the child will fall like the shadow she is. Sasori Gami said casually. Sakura was shocked. Probably at least corporate Shizuka, but they didn't seem to think highly of her. What was that Tsukumagami thinking? I thought they were along with Dark Shadow. Saga tried to call him out, only muffled sound came out. The two figures ignored her, just brought the Dodo's swords joined to a shine. Saga's sights laid on what decided to do. All tied up like this, unable to do anything. Chief, no. Akashi, if you're in this kind of situation, what will you do? Think about her crush, Akashi Satoru, the leader of both Kenjas, has spoken red. Saga finally remembers something. That's right, I cannot give up and just give in to the premise of me being dead. I have to free myself but people method to lift Long's curse. But Tsukumogami seems to have the answer. Seems like it's not a Tsukumogami at all. Huh? When Sakura looked behind, she noticed something. Her Excelia was still in place, and perhaps located on her own. If it got this, King tying me up and gagging me would prevent me to transform again. In this kind of condition, as Sakura started wiggling and struggling against her bond, there was occasionally moving her head up and down behind to the rock. The rock's surface wasn't all smooth. If luck, she'd be able to loose the gag from her head. If she struggled hard enough, the Excelia would fall to the ground. It was like that time during her captivity, when the Vulcans tried to find the precious Kubi. There was time to use her feet to press the necessary buttons and activate it. Deep inside the shrine, there was an altar inside a big hall where the comb, which might look like an ordinary golden coloured comb, but was in fact the comb of Kusanada. This seemed to be inside the Shizuka. But only caught her breath heavily after a heavy dose of running. Puff! A life for a ninja is a hard one indeed. Finally restored her breath, and with her, she'd say, in the end, treasure will be mine. Tee hee, not so fast. The bush shurikens were thrown towards Shizuka, but she managed to dodge against the sword did it. Ninja Black, no fair, I found this one first, Shizuka protested. I don't have time to game, Ninja Black said to do his Kakare Maru. I'm taking that comb. Step aside. No way, Shizuka refused. He stuck her tongue and pulled her eye pupil twiddling drier. Blair! Instead, Ninja Black responded with a thumbs down and just one line of full determination that he would prevail. Judgment. With that, he dashed forward and spun the Kakare Maru forward as the first strike. However, Shizuka was also a ninja and leapt to both, dodging his attack. As the battle between ninja commenced, well, this girl is at least tougher than one of those flower kunoichi gang. Ninja Black Force continued to exchange spells between his Kakare Maru and Shizuka's kunai. But I really have no time to waste here. Just at that moment, he suddenly Okay, I've lost my place. He suddenly lets his defense open and lets Shizuka slash him right on his chest. Ah! Ha! You're not so tough, Shizuka taunted chilly. Now a comb is. Then turned to the comb and saw Ninja Black already running to it. But he, when she turned back to where she slashed him, turned out it was just a log that she slashed. Ah, damn it! She pouted for a short moment before eventually leaping forward like a grasshopper, jumping and kicked Ninja Black from the back. Zback! Ninja Black collapsed to the ground. Shizuka ran off to the altar and grabbed the comb. Alright, victory is mine! Shizuka cheered. There was suddenly a hook was shot to her arm, tying with it. Hey! Turned out that Ninja Black used this Shinobi Knuckles grappling hook to grab on her arm. I told you, I'm not giving it up. It's important to us compared to what you thieves do. Did you say thief? Shizuka suddenly displayed her ass face. This is how you treat me? And all we wanted was just to bring back the glory of the Society of Shadow. Type of name used to be an honorable society, no? Ninja Black suddenly hesitated. Shizuka did showed some incredible reasoning behind her feeling ways. Perhaps we need big cash. That's why we've been hunting down precipices. Shizuka said further, even though the two kept pulling each other. Maybe you've got a non-malicious reason, but... Ninja Black says he continued to pull to his side. My friend's life's at stake, but I must have that comb if I want to save her. Eventually they continued to pull each other. Shizuka's grip to her comb loosened. Her comb ended up thrown to the air. However, rather than lying to the ground, the comb suddenly floated and never touched the ground. The comb's alive. Nice distraction. The female voice was heard as Ninja Black noticed. Something materialized from it. There's none other than Melee. Used her stealth to sneak between the fight notice. Nice tag, Melee. Ninja Black said he loosened the hook from Shizuka's hand and approached Melee instead. Right, we have no purpose to be here. Let's get out of here. Melee says he moved their way along with Ninja Black, handing down the cone to him. However, on that moment, a kunai was thrown to Melee's hand, causing her to knock back away the comb. Next thing she knew was that Shizuka was attempting to kick her. Melee reacted enough to block with her bare hands. Oh, so he still wants to get beaten. That comb is mine! 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 Shizuka insisted after Melee deflects her. Fine, I'll let you taste the power of Rinju Chameleon Fist. Melee declared she took her battle stance. First she leapt towards Shizuka and began fighting, only with her bare hands for moments. Ninja Black watched in awe as both ladies fought against each other. They were near equal as well. All he could do was take a ready stance as he moved slowly towards the cone. When he got there, he picked up the cone from the ground. At the same time, he shot down behind. What? This? Ninja Black fell to the ground. When he tried to get up, a sword was thrown to him, piercing through his side stomach and damaged him enough to eventually do more. Jiraiya! Melee turned sideways and shocked to the attack. Shizuka also halted her attack as he saw two figures entering, both Gasadoko and Sasagami. Thanks for the timing, Shizuka waited to pick up a comb and let's get out of here. Don't order us around, brat. Gasadoko suddenly said coldly as he shot down not just Melee but Shizuka as well. She, Gasadoko is now a woman, shot Melee more times, thought she could revert back to her human form once again. I fought your allies, Melee grunted as he tried to get up. Sasagami, wrong target! Shizuka also tried to get up, but Sasagami just put his hand forward. In each hand he released two grappling hooks, hit on both of Shizuka's wrists and ankles, pushed her to the wall. As he released the hook, Shizuka was still stuck to the wall, as in the place of the hooks were black iron strap. Hey, what's the meaning of this? Let go! What? Jiraiya was about to get up and ask again. Sasagami said nothing else, but he used the same attack, which also got him strapped onto the wall to Shizuka's right. Damn! What are you doing here, you skull freak? Melee asked. There was no answer, and Sasagami just launched the same attack. Same attack won't work to me, Melee says he jumped. When he realized too late that the hooks honed to her wrist and ankle and sent her strapped to the wall to Shizuka's left. Damn it! Well, isn't bad fitting, Gasadoko said as he approached the three stuck warriors. This place will be your grave, along with all of the dark shadow. What? Just you wait. If Dekansama knew about this treachery, you're gonna get punished big time, Sasagami, Shizuka threatened. No, he won't punish me, Sasagami said. At that point, their conversation was interrupted when Red Mask, Deca Blue, and Megalo entered. Well, thanks for the shortcut. Shortcut? Megalo said shocked. You may have to take a detour after that. You entered after us just so you avoid all those traps. Damn, Deca Blue lamented. Then he looked at the captive. Dwyer, Melee, you two okay? Careful, Jiraiya can only say that. There's not much else he can do. Where's Sakura? Where is she? Red Master noticed. That woman goes matters little to you, Gasadoko said. It's to be your grave. Not if I can help it. Red Mask tried moving forward to attack. At the same time, Gasadoko used his bullet tube to shoot down the area surrounding Jiraiya, Melee and Shizuka. If you do anything funny and they'll be first to head to hell, Gasadoko threatened. You cheat, using hostages like that, Megalo protested. Anything is a viable option in battle, Gasadoko said as he moved forward. Just stay here while I slowly take your life away. As he said that, he began attacking Red Mask, Deca Blue and Megalo. The attacks went on continually until eventually their suits couldn't take it anymore and were 3D more. Damn, Taku said he started to get up. At that time, Sasagami ended up unleashing his grappling hook again to push him to the wall and strap him there too, next to Jiraiya. What's this? Well, you'll be stuck there for a while, Sasagami says he turns towards Chisato. He used the same move again as she was fatigued with the slashes she received from Gasadoko. She was unable to dodge as she ended up being pushed and strapped to the wall next to Takaru. Damn, is there nothing he can do? Said the cursed saw Gasadoko just grabbing the cone casually. However, she noticed something. He didn't do anything to Hoji. Hoji meanwhile tried to get up. The wounds combined with once again his head heating up for some reason. Suddenly his head once again prevented him to do so, prevented him from doing so. Gasadoko then kicked him away, casually getting him close to the rest. Why are you giving me some sort of special treatment like this? Not like the others. Because I don't need to, Gasadoko said. Hell, to kill you, I don't even need my sword or my gun anymore. What? Hoji said in disbelief. He ended up getting kicked again. So simple. You want to know why you felt that pain on the head? As Sasagami explained, once again his voice started slipping to a more high-pitched one. Because the sword that hits you on the head contains an aura from lung, which will curse you and turn you into a human bomb, which you can blow up any time you desire it activated. What? All five said simultaneously in shock. Sakura was hit bad as well. Does that mean? Hoji said in disbelief. Yes, that means she's going to blow up as well, and there's nothing you can do about it. Ah! And characters, even for him, Sasagami let out a laugh. Hey, hold up, Shizuka finally spoke. Sasagami, since when did your voice turn out like that? Bah, I guess there's no longer need to cover it up. Gasadoko's words shocked Shizuka at that point as Sasagami began to speak again. Ha, you believe to be Sasagami who was already pushing up the daisies right about now? Sasagami retorted. Gah, you're such a dumbass. Sasagami, dead? Shizuka was shocked hearing it. Why you? Allow me to show you my true form. As Satsui said that, he threw a bomb to the ground in his place of some sort of raccoon-like demon. I am actually Yokai Tanuki. I am a legendary creature known for my disguise and shape-shifting ability. I am mischievous and naughty too. But how did you... Satsui Gami, Shizuka protested further. Yes, we did hire him, but one moment you're away, Tanuki explained. I ambushed him with Master Gasadoko, killed him and took his guise. I thought I'm the gullible. Well, you're even more gullible than I am. Ha ha ha. I'm the gullible. I'll let you figure out what's wrong there. Gasadoko suddenly spoke as if he was being called on something. Yes, very well. I'll be taking this comb along. You've done your part. You let her live longer. Don't live, Master, because you'll soon die. As Gasadoko stood up his advice, going to Long's palace. However, Tanuki stayed. Oh, Master, you're such a bore. Nothing feels better than seeing these people die and laughing at their misery. Tanuki said loudly. That time ever, Hojo's already up and Lonza punched him, trying to make him shut up. Whether it was easily dodged, he was instead kicked down again. Just stay there and watch you destroy the Super Sentai and the Dark Shadow. You'll pay for this. Gecko-sama will punish you. Shizuka screamed in anger. Nope, I'm scot-free now. Do you know why? Tanuki said mischievously as soon as his tone came more later. That's because Maboroshi no Gecko is dead. Oh, what? Shizuka was in such a shock that after saying those words, she was silent. Gecko, a respected master, something like a father figure to her, now dead, might be the only Dark Shadow member who lived now. No! Tears started rolling from her cheek as she lost all the cheeriness she had. This is pathetic. Stop crying, Mel yelled at her. You can still be avenged. You can't do that and all you do is cry like this. Shizuka didn't listen. She started sobbing. Hearing that, Taku became even more disgusted looking at the yokai. The fall of the Dark Shadow was planned by Long and his cronies, said nothing which to make him hate the Infinite Dragon even further. Long, damn you and your schemes! Back to the enemy base, Lamy approached Long, who was observing Abella and Shibalina. Supporting Mei, who was wearing the garment of Kushinada. So Kyrus hasn't awakened yet. He should be in a short time. Abella noticed he looked towards Mei, who was being held on the hand by Lamy. It fits you well. No, it doesn't, Mei protested. How could you make me wear something as embarrassing as this? Again with that screeching voice, Long sighed. He looked at Shibalina. You know what to do, and please give her a good seat as well. So you don't like my voice? So that is your weakness. Mei yelled as both Lamy and Shibalina took her near a chair. They forcefully tied Mei's hands behind her back, then tied her body to her arms, as well as tying her legs before getting her to sit down and tied her body and legs to a chair. Very well, I do everything in my power to. Forced to speak for her, two dark ladies gagged her once more, using the clothes that came with garment after stuffing her mouth with other clothes. No, it's not my weakness, my dear, Long says about Mei. Just with your voice be annoying to go with the show. It doesn't matter. Besides, it looks more interesting. Don't screw around with me, Mei attempted to yell at him, but only muffled voice came through. Regardless, even if it ends up that way, it wasn't by our choice that you're wearing that. Long continued. The garment chose you. Now all we need to do is for the comb to come. That time, Gasadoko entered the room as he brought over the comb of Kusanada. If you want the comb, here it is. Very good, Gasadoko. Long said he grabbed the comb. Carefully approaching Mei, he put on the comb to her hair, like an accessory which is stuck in her head. It fits you well, and now to have these two precious, as Long said that again to make a very wide, sinister smile. It's time for a show where I activate my curse. Enjoy your friends blowing up, my dear. Mei gasped. Reported she did, she said, I went free. She screamed and screamed, begging him to stop as tears of joy started flowing from her eyes. And her Long just smiled. I never said I'll let them go if you do those. Long commented, ignoring Mei's muffled screams, just acted both the music to his ears. He waved his hands as Golden Aura started creating two visions, and he started chanting several words. While struggling, Sakura's efforts started to bear fruit. Like Celia ended up falling to the ground. Good, she thought she wiggled her feet a little, going to her legs and putting it forward. I guess that's a progress. Now about this gag. She attempted to strike, whipping her head to the rock behind her. At that moment, enormous pain started to envelop Sakura's body. Oddly, her body temperature was increasing rapidly. She felt like burning and exploding from the inside. And pain temperature increased, just continued to add up throughout her body when nearing her limit. Sakura, unable to withstand the pain in the calmest way possible, started to violently struggle with her body as well as trying to scream her lungs as loud as possible. Is this a curse I'm talking about? I'm going to be a human bomb? No. Gah! In the meantime, Hojo's also screaming in pain. Started to uncontrollably roar as his body felt like exploding here and there. Hody, what happened? Taco explained, now completely worried. It hurts. My body, it hurts. Hody's unable to do anything, let alone grab any of his weapons. Looks like it has begun. The activation of Long's curse, Tanuki laughed to explain. The Infinite Jack is incredible. Just key and skill, you can even make something in similar effect to a bomb. But that boy would feel incredible pain until his body can't take it anymore. After that, boom, there goes his life, your life, this mountain, and a lot of surrounding cities. You'll die if you stay here, Tasato yelled. Why aren't you getting out? You want to die like that? Oh, nope. I can exit this place anytime as long as provided me the means to do it, Tanuki taunted. Besides, rather see you in despair until a moment you go boom and die. Damn! Dry cursed for helplessness and my ability to help Hoji. All I could depend on was Hoji's endurance. All the while, Shizuka hasn't stopped sobbing. All of these, from Sakura's situation to Hoji's, war revisions may solve the enemy base. Broke her heart seeing her friends like this, and she was completely helpless to do anything about it. It's just the end of the Super Sentai. They fall victim to the human bomb plan. That shrine be destroyed and become their grave. What happened to Mei? She's now still being held prisoner with the pestilence of Kushinada attached to her. Will she be sacrificed on the Sheol? Hold on and get yourself together. Super Sentai! Meanwhile, flying through the air, Top Gale is looking for something. So it's begun, Gara, he muttered. Well, what do we do now, humans? This is where it counts. I hope you don't disappoint me and my friend over there, Gara. Shortly after, when flying over the sea, he looked down and saw something. It looked like an island, and there seemed to be great power coming in from there. I found it, Gara. To be continued. Author's note, well, a lot happened. Not just the good ones like the swap mode upgrade that Hoji got. The whole team was in trouble. Will we get out of this trouble? Well, yeah, this is chapter 15 and there are 30 chapters. Sorry for the cliffhanger and some of the people tied up here. Hey, Kakarina got plenty of it, consider me paying tribute to them. Yeah, if you didn't notice, Bayao Gecko from Bokenja here is killed. There's also spell destruction of Dark Shadow as well. Well, as long as nothing bad happens to Shizuka, they're fine. Stay tuned for the next chapter and send in reviews. I mean, like I pointed out, there's definitely some bit of inconsistency, some lewd moments and some bad spelling. But overall, I'd still recommend this fic. Now tune in next time for the conclusion of this, entitled Killer of the Rebirth, which will tell you who our next new addition to the team is.